So here we are, the last day of 2021. So I thought it would be the perfect time to do my last chat from the chair of the year. And first of all, Happy New Year. Let's hope it's a fantastic 2022 for Hungerford Town, our fans, our volunteers, our committee members, our players, and everybody involved with the club. And it's probably a great time to reflect. The start of the year was full of hope, and Danny, and with his new squad, had got us into a playoff position when the season was sadly curtailed due to the row over funding. We were sat in 7th. The only downside of that is I think that really raised expectations of all of us, probably me included, and they haven't disappointed us. Here we are, just about to go into our first game of the new year, just a few games short of the halfway point, sat mid-table. And I think we all need to think back 2-3 seasons when we were in perpetual relegation battles. We would have all snapped somebody's hand off to be in the position we find ourselves today. There's been highs, and yes, there's been lows. But in truth, I think we've probably only put in what I would call 2 poor performances. One at the beginning of the season at home against Tunbridge, and sadly the other day against Chippenham at home, where we were flat and just weren't at the races. But apart from that, I think we've competed. We've been on the end of a couple of tough results at home, the one against Hemel in particular, 1-0, and Oxford City, where officials' decisions definitely influenced the game. And I think on a different day, we could have found ourselves with some points in the bag and even closer to the top than we already are. We have a few games in hand on some teams above us, and I think we can go into 2022 with plenty of hope. I know Danny and his coaches, analysts, scouts, physios, players will give us everything. They will do everything to make 2022 a good year for us. And I think we can also have a degree of confidence that this season we'll get to the end, and there will be promotions, there will be relegations, but we will not be in a relegation battle. Lots of people to thank, our volunteers, our committee members, my wife and her burger queens. What a year. We've seen new change rooms built, new roof on the clubhouse, the kitchen completely refurbed and reconfigured with new equipment. Our 4 for a score deal and online ticket sales are flying. We started the burger wars, and the other day we did 170 burgers, and people are chatting about them. I'm meeting fans from other clubs travelling 100 miles just to come and try one of our burgers. And anybody who's watching this, who's been to see us this season, thank you. Thank you so much. We've had lots of Reading fans, Swindon fans, and Oxford fans that when they haven't had a game or they've been away from home, they've spent their pound down at Bullpit Lane, and we really appreciate that. And the crowd of 764 against Chippenham Town, was an absolute massive achievement. It's fantastic to have all of our juniors involved. Big thank you to their parents who bring them along religiously. We do a bit of a deal for our juniors and parents, and so we should. And it was fantastic to see them all go away to, Bath City. Sadly, Nicky and I, the one game we couldn't go to because unfortunately we tested positive COVID, and we had around 160 fans there. Anyway, I'm rambling a little bit now, but I'm really, really pleased with 2021 as regards Hungerford Town. We're financially stable. We've got our model right. We've got the right manager. We've got some fantastic players. And I believe 2022 will see us go from strength to strength. So, cheers everyone. Happy New Year.